Hello, I'm Ixikul. Welcome to the city of Mitsumaru. There's nothing here yet, I'm sorry about that, but there will be. I have a massive plan for this absolutely brilliant zone. So first, I'm going to terraform this place. I'm using the Yuushya mod and resource pack, and I'm laying some TNT down, which is brown in the Yuushya mod. This is going to create a lake system, some canals, and maybe some rivers that look natural. If you haven't done already, you can watch my video on how to install the Yuushya mod. It's one of the best mods out there to create Asian-style structures, and I plan on building a metropolis here, or at least something decent. Each episode is going to be about 5 minutes and it's going to showcase things and give you little tutorial tips. So tip number 1 in this episode is how to create a wonderful lake system using TNT blocks. It's actually really good. Once it's all placed, it's ready to blow. So I set the charge with the flint and steel, and then I let the magic happen. This creates a very nice, natural looking lake system. As you can see, it's rather large and cavernous. I like that. It's like a giant chasm with nothing in it. So what I do after that has completed, I fill in all of the area one down so then I can fill it with water. I'm actually just extending it a little bit here, and I'm going to add more of those red blocks. This is just red wool. I also have to tidy up the sides of the walls, which I'm doing here. For that, all I have to do basically is put in the dirt, make sure everything is nice and tidy. If there's any holes underneath, you will hear the trickling sound of water, and I don't really want to have that. So I'm going around and patching up all the little holes that I can find. You can see me down there working. And once that's done, I have to go around the whole thing and add more of these red blocks. You could use anything, really. You could use wood, I don't know, steel or something. You could use any block you want. I decided to use red wool because it looks fancy. It takes a little bit of time to do this and it can be painstaking. But once it's complete, and it should be complete in a minute, I'm going to start adding water to the whole thing. It looks very good and I'm happy with that. Obviously the red blocks are wrong, but now I can just basically water bucket all of the walls and eventually all of the water system will connect. I have to go around all of the walls like this, I don't know, go around clockwise or something. Make sure all the water is placed, but you'll notice that it starts filling in. You have to go around the island as well. Once it's complete, I delete all of the blocks and the water falls down. That way I have no trickling sound, all of the water's placed, there's no weird things where the water's bubbling or something. It's like a perfectly formed lake. Very happy. Next, I go around the whole place with some bone meal. I want to have lots of grass, natural flowers, and basically have a nice natural looking lake system. This way, everything looks rather smooth, and it's going to be perfect for building on. I also add some lily pads here and there, make it look a bit more natural. It's completely random what I got, and this is what I'm going to go for with the city. So after that's complete, I'll go down into the water and add sea lanterns all over the place, put some sand in various places, and then I'll start adding kelp and seagrass. To put the seagrass, you basically just use the bone meal on the ground. Here you can see me doing that. I'm adding lots and lots of kelp, various different plants using the bone meal, or basically it's just seagrass really. That clicking sound is the kelp growing. It's a very nice thing to do. I'll also add some sea cucumbers down here. That adds a nice little natural glow. And I'll also put in a few soul soil lumps. With the soul soil, I get a natural bubble stream that goes up. Eventually, I have some fish in here, and the fish can enjoy their stay because the soul soil is roughly in the middle of the lake. So that way, the fish don't get sucked into a vortex and plop off the edge and die. It's actually looking rather nice now. I'm just finishing off some final details. I'm not going to go too crazy with the sand because it does take an extraordinary amount of time. And it's a rather large, nice lake system. I'm very happy with that. I decided to extend it just a little bit more to the side because I want to have a couple more rivers. Eventually, I'm going to have roads going over this. Again, the same process, blast it all away with TNT. Fill it in with any kind of block here, just one lower than the center. Then fill in all of the area with lake, you know, the water bucket. Then delete all of the blocks. And then you've got yourself a nice extended lake with a little bit of a river going away there. Add some sea lanterns in, put some kelp in the ground. Everything looks really good with the seagrass. That's bone meal. Really, really fancy design. Everything's pretty much done now, and this is a massive lake system, I'll be honest. I'm Ixikul, and I'll see you next time.